What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today I have for you the Walgreens exclusive Invisible Woman Marvel Legends. Now I'm super excited that I actually found it because as we all know, Marvel Legends in general are hard to find and store exclusive are even harder, so to find her is just super exciting. But anyways, let's go and take a look at the package and then unbox her. Alright, here's a look at the front of the packaging there. Got the side here with the nice artwork. Then this side as well with the same artwork. Good artwork though. Then here's the back for you. Here is the top with the writing up there. Got little Herbie there. And then here is the bottom for you guys in case you want to look her up. Remember, she is a Walgreens exclusive. Alright, let's go and unbox her. Alright, and there she is unboxed. Man, she's a really good figure. They really did put a lot of attention to detail into her. And you also have Herbie and her extra hand here too. Alright, let's get some close-ups and let's start talking about this. Alright guys, let's go and start with the articulation. We'll start with the head here. The head actually makes a full 360, which is impressive considering the hair. The hair is actually soft, but it actually stays out of the way. Now, it does get in the way though when you try to make her look up because there's so much hair, but she can look down a little bit, and that's pretty much it, her range of motion for her head because of her hair. Alright, now let's go into the shoulder movement. Moves all the way up, kinda, man, the joints are really tight on this figure. It's great for posing, but I feel like I'm gonna break it sometimes. So it goes up there. There's actually this little indent right here, kinda gets in the way. I have to actually kinda move the arm a little bit to clear that way I can go higher, otherwise it just gets stuck. So that's kind of an interesting thing there. Right, and then we got the elbow joint here. There's no bicep movement, but you have the elbow joint which moves just as good. I think they did it so that the female figure would look a little bit nicer than having the bicep swivel. Same thing for this here. Alright, and here's the hands. The hand just kind of goes up and down as usual. Same with this clear one. She also comes with an extra hand right here. I think I'll go ahead and put that on. Just kind of pull this off here. Pops right off. And put this on. Oh, just snaps right in. Pretty good. Now I got kind of a weird one. She's like got crossed fingers going on there, but I'll probably just hair dryer that thing straight. Alright, and then you got the ab crunch. Move her arm out of the way so you can see that. That's her standing up. Full back, pretty good range of motion there. That far forward, and then that straight. Also turns left and right. Make it go all the way around if you want to. So definitely good range of ab motion there. Better than the head. Right, then you got your legs here. Go fully forward that way, but it does get stuck going back as usual with Legends. You want to go further back and it starts kind of going at an angle there, as you can see. So it can kind of go back, so that's pretty cool. She won't be able to do a perfect scissor kick because it goes sideways, but it's not bad for the most part. Better than other figures. Although the splits, not so much. That's about as far as it goes there. Then she has her thigh twist, just like the others. Just like that there. Really tight joint, just like all the other ones, like I said, so it's really great for posing, but also feel like I'm gonna break it if I try too hard. Then you got your double jointed knee as usual. Got that there. Move all the way back. Got the knee. Nice click too. You probably can't hear it, but you can feel the click because it's really well made. And finally you have your ankle pivot. Goes up, down. Got a lot of pointing down there, not so much pointing up as you can see. Then you can turn it, oh my god, oh, don't break. Okay, you can do that there. So it's got its typical twist. It's super man, the tolerances on this figure must have been really tight because, jeez, I feel like I'm gonna break it. Alright, now let's go and look at the face detail here. Man, I am just super impressed by it because it's just super clean and precisely placed. You can see by the eyes, the eyelashes, the pupils, the eyebrows, the lipstick. It's just so spot on. And the thing is, you know, since it's mass produced, it has to be some kind of machine. It can't be hand painted. So I really wish I could see what that machine looked like and how it works. Pretty awesome. Also, the face has its micro details too, such as you can see the cheekbone there. You can see the little kind of contouring as it goes into the jawline. Then you also see the micro details in the nose, the little contouring there as well. Now if you look at the bottom lip here, it has kind of a comic book cross-hatching there, kind of a silver color. Gives it kind of depth to it and dimension, which is pretty cool. Also the hair here, very well sculpted, and it actually has some highlights in it. Some little shading there with a darker blonde to give it some more volume and dimension as well. Alright, now let's go into the body sculpt. There's actually no sculpting at all for these details here. The little neck ring there, the belt, and her gloves, it's all just paint there. It's the boots as well. It's pretty much, she's just wearing a spandex suit and all the things are painted on. I think at least with the comics we would have like a separate glove. There'd be a tiny, you know, gap there, but for the figure they just painted everything on. Now I'm not too particularly fond of the color of the suit because as you can see it comes off as kind of a teal color, and in the comics I'm pretty sure it's still blue, and even on the back of the box it's blue too, as you can see. And it makes me wonder if they made a mistake because this isn't actually paint, the blue color here. It's molded plastic, so the color of the plastic that they use is actually this. So I'm kind of wondering if they messed up the mixture of blue and plastic and just kind of made the color wrong. Now something I noticed though is the teal on the left arm and the bottom portions of the legs, the calves, those are actually painted on because these are actually molded in black, you can tell. And then because of that, the paint on here, you get this kind of darker shade of teal because it's just painted on over black, so you have to kind of put a thick coat, and they don't do the best job in certain spots, so you get kind of a different shade there. I've actually seen a lot of figures where the teal on the leg peeled off and chipped off because it's just paint and they didn't do a really good job on that. So definitely if you have an option of choosing, make sure you take a close look at the calves because that is where you will likely find paint chip. I haven't seen so much in the arm, so you should probably be safe there. Now the logo on the chest is pretty cool, but not too particularly fond of it because it's not the greatest in my opinion. It's like, if you look at the shading, it's almost like they couldn't decide whether they wanted to fully shade it or partially shade it, and this is kind of the end result of that indecision. But at the very least, the lines that outline it and the board's very crisp, so at the very least you get that. Alright, and here's a closer look at the back here. As you can see, no sculpting either, just a paint line there. You have the whole back here, which is great. It's good and bad because it's great if you want to attach her to one of those stands and give her a flying pose. But it also is kind of defeating of the purpose where they put so much engineering to get rid of all the screw holes just to put this big old hole in her back like she got shot or something. So I kind of wish they would have came with a plug or something, but it doesn't seem to be the standard for the figures. But I would love to see that in the future. That would be cool. Alright, and here's a closer look at the boots here. You can see it's just painted on there. Well sculpted though. Alright, and here is Herbie, the replacement to Johnny Storm in that cartoon from the 19 something. But yeah, and then slowly made it into the comics. There you can see him there. Comes with a nice stand too, pretty cool. There's a little hole at the bottom there to stick the stand into. And the head is on a swivel joint, and that's the only articulation you get. Everything else here is just kind of glued on, and the head actually pops off if you pull it hard enough, so you can kind of see what type of ball joint that is. Put that on, pretty easy fix, and he just turns. It's just, yeah. This is kind of weird. I don't know why they decided to put this in the package. I mean, having like a maybe invisible torso for her would have been cooler, but Herbie it's a really weird choice. They did a good job sculpting him, but yeah. And there you have it, guys, the Walgreens exclusive Marvel Legends Invisible Woman. Overall, it's a really great figure, and I'm happy I got it, and I'm glad they made it. The sculpt overall is just top-notch quality, especially the face. I still can't get over how awesome the face is. But before you go, I do want to show you a cool little feature that you can do. Alright, you ready for this? Check this out. Ha! She goes invisible. Isn't that cool? Now you can't see her. And then to bring it back, you just push the button again, then... Oh, geez.
No, no, no.